Welcome to the Last Mile Playbook for the 306A Plumber Certificate of Qualification in the province of Ontario. This guide is part of the AEC Stack Guides for the mechanical trade. This video outlines your 8-section Last Mile roadmap to becoming a certified journey person. We cover everything from securing placement and managing your logbook to the exam and what happens after you pass. Section 1. The Placement Problem. 8,280 hours of work-based training. Saying just go get an apprenticeship is tone-deaf when plumbing shops are small, change hands fast, and sponsors carry training costs while journey persons lose billable hours teaching. If you don't have placement yet, start with apprenticeshipsearch.com. The UA route is real for plumbers. Local 46 covers Toronto and Barrie. Local 67 covers Hamilton and Niagara. Local 71 covers Ottawa, Gatineau, and Cornwall. Local 401 covers Kingston and Oshawa. Local 527 covers Windsor, Kitchener-Waterloo, and London. Local 663 covers Sarnia. Local 800 covers Sudbury. Local 628 covers Thunder Bay. Pick your geography, find your local, ask about dispatch and combo apprenticeships that produce both 306A and a gas ticket. Here's what most apprentices don't know. Plumbing contractors with active building permits and publicly awarded contracts post that data publicly. AEC Stack tracks Ontario plumbing permits and public sector mechanical awards. A contractor with a backlog has hiring capacity. AECstack.com. Free sign up. If you already have placement but you're missing exposure, the common gaps for 306A are commercial drainage if you work mostly residential, hot water boilers if your shop sticks to service work, sewage ejectors and lift stations, medical and lab gas systems, and large diameter cast iron drainage. Find shops doing the work. Ask for a 2 to 4 week loan out or request short-term dispatch through your local.
Section 2. Hours and Logbook. 8,280 work-based hours under a registered training agreement. 720 hours of in-school technical training across 3 levels: basic, intermediate, advanced. Standard pace is 5 years. Important curriculum note. Unlike the electrical trades, the 306A program has not announced a 4-level migration. 306A remains 3 levels as of May 2026. Verify on the 306A trade page before relying on this. STO publishes notice of change documents when programs transition. Logbook discipline. Every competency signed. Every sub-skill signed with a real date, not a month-year stamp. Sign-offs the same week the work is done. Plumbing shops change ownership constantly. Owners retire, sell to competitors, lose key sponsors to a master plumber retirement. 6 months from now, the person who signed off on your venting work might not be reachable. Common gaps. Commercial drainage if you work residential. Hot water boilers if your shop is service-focused. Sewage ejectors and lift stations. Medical and lab gas. Large diameter cast iron. Recovery moves. For missing competencies, talk to your sponsor or your UA local about exposure rotations. For lost paperwork, phone STO at 647-847-3000 or 1-855-299-0028. For a vanished sponsor, common in plumbing, FTO has a process for confirming hours when the original employer is unreachable.
Section 3. Skilled Trades Ontario Eligibility. Once your hours, sub-skills, and final school transcript are in, STO reviews and issues an eligibility notice. 4 to 8 weeks of paperwork lag. What triggers eligibility for 306A? All 3 school levels complete and passed. 8,280 work-based hours logged. All competencies signed off. Sponsor's final attestation submitted. If 4 to 8 weeks turns into 16, call STO at 647-847-3000. Apprentice ID, sponsor's business number, school name ready. If STO says they don't have your transcript, the bottleneck is your training delivery agency. If STO says they don't have the final attestation, that's on your sponsor. Don't try to book the exam without eligibility on file. STO won't release exam slots until your file is flagged ready.
Section 4. Booking the exam. Book through portal.skilledtradesontario.ca. Sign in with My Ontario account. Pay the exam fee first. Click Examination. Enter your STO ID. Select Name and Exam Type. Indicate accommodations. Choose Date,
time and test center. Confirm. Authorization to test letter emailed. Fee structure. Apprentices completing their program on or after January 1, 2025 get the first attempt fee automatically waived. Rewrites cost $150 plus HST, $169.50 total. Accommodations must be arranged with STO directly before booking. The portal won't capture them. Reschedule once at no cost with at least 5 business days notice. Don't book before you're ready. Rewrites cost the full fee plus a mandatory 30-day wait. Take the exam when you're scoring 75% or better on timed practice exams.
Section 5. What's on the exam? Written, computer-based, multiple choice. Approximately 125 questions. Up to 4 hours. Pass mark, 70%. Confirm the exact question count and duration on your authorization to test letter. Closed book during the exam, with Ontario Building Code Part 7 plumbing excerpts available as on-screen reference. Personal calculators, code books, and reference texts all confiscated at check-in. The exam blueprint is harmonized to the Red Seal Plumber occupational analysis. Approximate weighting. Drainage, waste, and vent systems, roughly 31 questions, the single largest block. Water distribution, about 25 questions. Plumbing fixtures and appliances, 20. Common occupational skills, 15. Services and maintenance, 15. Specialty systems, including storm drainage, sumps, ejectors, and hydronic, 12. Codes, communication, drawings, 7. The single most tested reference is the Ontario Building Code 2024, enforced January 1, 2025. License the digital version from the Ministry of Municipal Affairs and Housing, or buy the print edition, about $200 to $300. OBC Part 7, sections you need cold. Section 7.1 for scope and definitions. Section 7.2 for general piping and joining. Section 7.3 for drainage systems. Section 7.4 for drainage venting, the largest single block on the exam. Section 7.5 for storm drainage. Section 7.6 for potable water systems, including backflow under CSA B64.10. Section 7.7 for plumbing fixtures, fittings, and appliances.
Section 6. How to prep. STO doesn't publish a 306A specific prep guide. Read the generic Trade Examinations in Ontario Exam Preparation Guide first. Your most valuable resource, your in-school binders and the current Ontario Building Code 2024 Part 7. Tab Part 7 by subsection. Speed finding code rules under exam pressure is half the battle. The closest content syllabus you'll get free, the 306A Apprenticeship Training Standard, the 306A Trade Report from STO, and the Red Seal Plumber Occupational Analysis. For paid prep through colleges, George Brown College runs Plumber 306A pre-exam through continuing education. Mohawk College runs a 306A program. Conestoga, Algonquin, and Centennial run pre-exam offerings intermittently. Phone the ConEd registrar at each college for current course code, fee, and intake. For books, Orderline.com publishes a Plumber Pre-Exam Workbook, 2nd edition. UA Local 46 and Local 527 publish their own member-targeted Plumber C of Q packs through the same supplier. Use them for question format practice. Cross-check every rule against the current OBC 2024. If you're a UA apprentice, your local likely runs prep at no cost. Talk to your local's training director. Where 306A apprentices actually fail. 1. Drainage, waste, and venting calculations, the largest single block. Vent sizing, fixture unit math, and OBC Part 7.4 navigation under time pressure. 2. Pipe sizing math for both water supply and DWV. Fixture units, slope and grade, pressure drop. 3. Storm drainage. Section 7.5 has rules apprentices coast through in shop work and miss on the exam. 4. Backflow and cross-connection prevention under CSA B64.10. Heavily code-defined, increasingly tested. 5. Hot water sizing and recirculation. Section 7.6 calculations. What works? Drill OBC Part 7 navigation. Timed full-length practice exams. 4 hours, no phone, no notes. Group study with peers writing the same exam.
Drill the DWV fixture unit math until it's automatic. What doesn't work? Cramming. Memorizing answers from old sample exams. Skipping units you don't see at work. Studying on the wrong code edition. OBC 2024 is in force as of January 1, 2025. Pre-2024 materials are out of date. Timeline. 4 to 8 weeks of focused review at 10 to 20 hours per week.
Section 7. Exam Day. Bring government photo ID, 2 pieces just in case, your printed authorization to test letter, a pen for scratch paper. Provided at the center, on-screen calculator, on-screen OBC Part 7 excerpts, scratch paper, English and French dictionaries. Cannot bring phone, books, prep workbooks, smartwatch, personal calculators of any kind, the OBC, any external codebook. All confiscated at check-in. Accommodations must be arranged with STO before booking. The portal won't capture them. On screen, 1 question at a time, 4 multiple choice answers, flag for review button, running clock, question counter. Pacing. Roughly 125 questions over up to 4 hours, about 1 minute 50 seconds per question. If a question takes more than 3 minutes, flag and move on. Revisit at the end. Most fails come from pacing on DWV math, not from not knowing the material. Pass or fail shows on screen immediately. Unit level scoring follows by mail or email in a few weeks. If you fail, 30-day mandatory wait. 169.50 rewrite. The first attempt waiver doesn't apply. Section 8. After you pass. Pass or fail shows on screen immediately. Paper trail follows in 4 to 8 weeks. You receive your 306A Certificate of Qualification, your Apprenticeship Completion Certificate, and your Red Seal endorsement. You can work in any other Red Seal province, but most provinces require registration with the Destination Apprenticeship Authority before performing compulsory trade work. What changes immediately? You're legally allowed to work as an unsupervised plumber in Ontario. Your wage rate jumps to journey person scale, typically a 30 to 50% bump from your final apprentice rate. Now the part that makes 306A different. There are 4 regulatory layers stacked on top of your C of Q. 1. Master Plumber Licensing. Each city sets its own rules. Toronto requires age 18 plus, a valid 306A, minimum 2 years journey person experience, a criminal record check, and a Toronto-administered Master Plumber exam. Application, $314.34, plus license, $349.01, equals $663.35 total. Annual renewal, about $392.75. The plumbing and heating contractor business license is another $726.44. If you operate in Mississauga, Brampton, Hamilton, or Ottawa, expect a separate Master Plumber license in each. 2. OWWA Cross-Connection Control Specialist Certification. Required to install, test, or repair backflow preventers under CSA B64.10.1. 40 hours of training, written and practical exam, $800 to $1,500. Valid 5 years. Most municipalities require annual backflow inspections for any building connected to public water with commercial use, multi-residential, or irrigation. Without this certification, you're locked out of substantial commercial maintenance work. 3. TSSA Gas Technician Ladder. Natural gas work is regulated by the Technical Standards and Safety Authority, separate from STO. G3 entry level. Gas equipment up to 400,000 BTU per hour. Must work under G2 or G1 supervision. G2 independent on equipment up to 400,000 BTU per hour. Most residential and small commercial. G1 no BTU cap. Requires 2 years as G2 plus 500 hours on larger equipment. TSSA exam fee $225 per level. Pass mark 75%. Without a gas ticket, you can't change a water heater, which is half the residential service market. 4. CSA Medical Gas Piping Installer Certification. For hospital, dental office, lab, and research facility work. CSA Z7396.1 standard. 36-hour training plus written and practical exams. $1,000 to $2,000. For the full written guide with all details, visit aecstack.com/guides/306A-plumber. You can also sign up for free permits and awards data to find active contractors.
Up next is the Mechanical Family Kickoff, covering steam fitter, heating refrigeration, and HVACR trades.